Hello, everyone. On this podcast, we will talk about politics at Thanksgiving dinner, ways to approach talking about politics this year at Thanksgiving dinner. Welcome back, everyone. And I hope if you are new, welcome here. I am Virginia Prodan, the host of Courageous Leadership with Virginia Prodan, and the author of book Saving My Assassin. I'm here to talk with you and to encourage you that yes, after this election, yes, you need to go to Thanksgiving dinner anyway. No matter what, I had seen even advertisement from the liberal media saying, "Do not go to your parents or to your friends' dinner that voted Thanksgiving dinner that voted differently than you." No, that's not right. Um, I think that we can do it better. A third of Americans will say that politics strain their family in the past and maybe even right now after this election. That is hurting each one of us, and of course, it's hurting America. But in the past, politics has strained a third of American families, and that is so bad. 16 of Americans say a recent Thanksgiving has been spoiled by political fights. 1 in 5 Americans now say none of their friends have different political views. Why? Because they separated. They don't go together with the family. They just go together with the ones that maybe think like them or vote like them. And they just separate, totally separate. No matter what happened in this election, we need to be with our family on Thanksgiving and friends. We Americans could use quality time together with people who voted like us or who did not vote like us. We need to find a way to create unity. It is in our power and is in our desire. But how? I'm going to talk with you about 3 ways that we can accomplish that. Number one is this: we are here, all of us. I hope you agree with me. If not, maybe I will convince you to agree with me. We are here not to win the arguments, but to win that person or people that are thinking differently like us, or maybe the opposite us, to win that person, to win that soul on our side. And if not, let them to continue to do what they want to do. Um, it is very important for us to understand that people need to be heard. If they complain, let them complain. The best way to say it is, tell me more, so you can understand their point of view and respond to their arguments with wisdom, peace, and confidence. Um, you also have to let them know how you feel about what they share with you. Walk and be very careful, and I will say, even walk away with people that might want to manipulate you or um, insult you. And make sure that you first embrace your values. You know who you are, not how they will call you or label you, and give them the picture of your values. Sometimes you can say it in words, sometimes you can say it in your actions, in your smile, in your attitude, and even in not responding to provocative ways of them to engage you. Don't allow people to speak um, and convince you that you have to please them in order to create peace. Be quiet. Don't say anything or respond. I don't respond to these questions. I don't respond to this form um, of approach. Never have in mind the attitude that you have to win the argument. When you are focused on winning the argument, you will have a winner and a loser. You will, if you want to win, you create in the other person resentment towards you. You are creating yourself in an attitude of superiority, and you can even destroy that relationship. Win-win is the best way for you. Again, I am not asking you to give up your values. Make sure that you know who you are. Make sure that you know your values, and make your values like protect them like you protect a very special piece of art. Do not let them spoil it. Do not let them do anything, but let them see your piece of art, your values, and whatever is that is not that important, is not the core value of your life. Just go with them. Your priority should be to win that person and to win the soul of that person for you. Yes, it might take time. It might not be possible at a Thanksgiving dinner, but at least you can put in that person's mind that there is another way of thinking, that you respect them and you respect their way of thinking, even when you don't agree with them. Um, but at least you present them with that possibility. Um, the more you know about them, by letting them complaining about what they think and what should be done or what is right and wrong and so forth, the more you will understand them and you will know how to answer without you being misunderstood. Number two, which I believe it's very, very important. We want to win people. We want to win souls on our side. We want to feel them heard and respected. But in the same time, it's very important for you, for me, for everyone to establish our boundaries, to give them the picture what I was calling about that piece of art that you have. That's the values, core values of your life. Do not let them manipulate you. Do not let them break your self-esteem or see you differently. Um, Even if they see you differently, even if they try to um, impose another point of view on you, um, try to respond to them in a calm way. Ask them to repeat if you feel that they crossed the boundaries. Um, Ask them to repeat what they said. It helps them to hear themselves one more time, and maybe they will understand that that's something that what they said might be mean or rude or something. Another way that you can avoid and avoid being pushed by them, or establish your boundaries is sometimes to ask them, do we need to agree on what you said now, or we can find another time and talk more about this. It's a very nice and very polite way to express to them that let's enjoy what we have together. I'm here and I'm so happy to see you. I will be happy to have another discussion in deep to another time. After all, those arguments or whatever you want to discuss are not the end of the world, so we can talk later. um, and you can put an end to the fight or what they try to do. um, you can turn the conversation into from a fight type of attitude from what they wanted to accomplish. Maybe they remember that those people who lost this election are very upset. Very first of all, many of them are shocked. um, the liberal media presented the fact that they will win in such a way that for the Republicans to win in a historical way. In many ways, the last time was 1872, and in other areas was 20 years ago or so forth. For them, you have to understand that is a shock. Sometimes they just want to um, just to present it to the whole world how upset they are, and here they are at your table, and they want to present that. And that situation might be maybe with a host. The host is there, and because you are at their home, they believe that you are trapped and you have to listen to them. Or that person can be a person who was invited, and that person might think, well, I am invited here. The host has to be polite and everybody, no matter what the situation is, by asking them, can we talk about another time about this, and agreeing with them, you can stop the fight and you can move and frame the conversation yourself, and you can feel in charge. Let them know that you heard them, that you love them, that no matter what attitude they will have and different than yours, it doesn't matter to you, that they are precious to you, and that will make them even um, be ready to fight more, maybe, or to end that um, desire to fight, to the reason that they are there to convince you that um, you are wrong and they are right no matter what. And remember, you want to win people, not arguments, and use the conflict as an opportunity to grow, not only you, but let them grow, let them see that there is a possibility for all of us to be together and also to grow, and focus on what matter, that you as a family or friends are together. um, Sometimes we are winning, sometimes we are losing, um, and the fact that we all are agreeing in so many things, more than we disagree in maybe a few other things. So create, it's in your power, with confidence, with wisdom, to guide the conversation into an opportunity to grow, um, to learn from conflict, and to make the conflict, as they provoke the conflict, a growing experience. Number three, you have to know that conflict looks different to people. It depends on the way they were raised, um, the way that maybe watch um, how others resolve their conflict, maybe parents, siblings, um, what negotiation means to them. Many times there are people that never experience um, conflict and negotiation being together. When a conflict comes into our life, we always have to find ways of negotiating. But for some people, there is no way of negotiation. It's I win, you lose. And that might be because that's what they experience in life. Other For others is because is part of their ego. If they win, they feel like they are successful, they accomplish something, they achieve what their purpose was for. They came maybe to create this conflict and to win the conflict more than to be together or to have a dinner together. um, there are people that experience violence in their lives, and they're not even aware that for them conflict is always will include violence. If it's verbal abuse, raising your voice, threatening, or whatever other forms of um, violence. Uh, but knowing that, you know how to approach them and show them that negotiation and understanding each other and what we experienced in the past and how we can create unity can be uh, another way of resolving the conflict. Um, Maintaining the balance of seeing how they see conflict and not letting yourself being abused, or being in an atmosphere of abuse. You can be abused if somebody is doing things to someone else, but you are there in the home, in the same place. You are experience abuse in that form too. To balance that, you have to understand who you are, to love yourself, and do not let your value depend on approval of people, and do not let them believe that in order to um, keep your value, they have to validate your value or approve your value for who you are or what principles you have in life. um, the more you know about who you are, the more you understand how important are your principles, your values, and the more you understand that negotiation is part of resolving a conflict, so you can be unified. We can create a unity among us, even if we don't understand each other, or even if we don't agree with each other or have a different way of approaching things. It's an absolutely amazing things. Negotiation means that we listen to each other, we understand where we are coming from, we understand that in life sometimes we uh, win, sometimes we lose. We are gracious when we win, and we are gracious when we lose. Life is part of winning and losing. And in fact, I believe that even when we lose something, in fact, we can transform that losing, whatever we think that we lost, into a wonderful teaching moment in our lives. And we can learn so much from the time that we believe that we lost, that can be so useful in our next opportunity to win. I will never forget when I was at the SMU Law School in Dallas, Texas. I took negotiation class, and one of my professor at the negotiation said at the end of the class that he doesn't do very often that. It was for the first time that he was doing, but he said, I want to tell you that I need to say to everyone that this year I believe that one person made a great contribution to our negotiation class, and that person wins number one title of negotiation. And he said my name, and I was astonished. I was surprised. I was pleased, but I remember laughing and said, "Sir, I appreciate that very much." But I have to tell you, when you have three kids and you drop them at three schools every morning, and you run to school by yourself after that, to take classes like me at SMU, you learn from your kids to be a good negotiator. He laughed and said, "Well, I never thought about this, but what I had in mind, and it's true what you said, but he said, what I had in mind is that you grew up in a socialist country, and you are here and learning and being part of the American society, and you are making such a contribution because you bring something from the socialist country, and what you learn about negotiation, what you learn about winning even under a communist government that is so precious to us." So you will find more about this in my book, Saving My Assassin, My Life in Socialist and Communist and Here in America. You can buy the book at virginiaprodanbooks.com/product/book. So what I want to say to you, as a conclusion, is this: remember that you are here to win a person and a soul on your side if it's possible. If you are here at Thanksgiving to or everywhere in your life to win an argument, you have a wrong priority. Yes. Number two is you have to know your boundaries. You have to know your uh, pictures of your special treasure um, painting, Leonardo da Vinci or Picasso or whatever. That's the values, the core values of your life. So you can establish boundaries, and whatever is outside of those values, things that don't won't change your values, go on and talk with your friends and do it. But for the values, the Picasso of your life, the values of your life, make sure that you protect them, you let them know, and you establish boundaries on those treasure special values. Do not let anyone cross those boundaries. And this way, you will also teach them that in life there are boundaries for everyone. If they have some, that's okay, but they have to recognize that you have to. Number three is be aware that conflict looks different for people. For some people, conflict does not include negotiation. If they are abusing, if they are manipulated, it's okay for you to stop the conversation. Sometimes it's sad, but we have to stop the relationship. But if that is not the case, try to understand them, why the conflict does not include negotiation, and teach them, train them with your words, with your attitude, telling them that you love them no matter what. If they have they will come to your values, if they will understand your values, or if they will remain to their principles. That will create a relationship of confidence, wisdom, love, and who knows, the next time when you talk with them, you might be the one who change everything in their life, and you want them, and you want the soul on your side, their soul on your side. Until the next time, I hope that you take those three principles and you will apply them for your Thanksgiving dinner or in every situation. We hope to hear from you and to hear your comments, your suggestion in the down, and contact us. We are here to help you. Go to virginiaprodanbooks.com/contact. May God bless you and have a wonderful, peaceful, and rewarding Thanksgiving. Don't forget to apply those three principles and win people for and their soul. Refuse to win arguments. You are here to create unity and confidence and peace. God bless you. Bye bye.